Hi Scorpio, I'm Kay and this is Mona Lisa Tarot. Welcome to your, what I believe is going to be probably a bi-weekly or monthly twin flame soulmate reading. All the information that you might want to know as far as my tentative weekly schedule, because this is a new channel, I will be adjusting that as necessary. The decks I use and where to send donations if you're so inclined is listed in the description box below. A brief explanation of soulmate versus twin flame unions. If you don't know, and I'll keep it brief, soulmates are separate energies that come together between lifetimes and make agreements and contracts with each other for the purpose of teaching each other important lessons and learning things for their growth. And then when one of those souls ascends enough, they may decide to start the twin flame journey, thereby separating into two halves of a whole and coming back to Earth, even though they don't have to because they're ascended enough, to teach others and to show others about love, true love. That sounds really cheesy. I just thought of The Princess Bride, where he's marrying them and he's like, love, true love. Okay, so sorry. Anyway, Scorpio. Twin flames, they're one soul in two bodies, and so when they come together, they're like a reflection of each other, and they mirror to each other all the things within themselves, within each other that need to heal. And so in order to come into harmonious union, it's important for each twin to go within and figure out why they're being triggered, what's being triggered, and to try to heal that through themselves, their own inner wisdom, and the wisdom of the divine, whatever that may be for you. So Scorpio, because I am talking, I do not remember if I did my customary 7 shuffles or only 5, so I'm going to go 2 more just in case. My Spirit's telling me that that's okay. We're still going to get the right cards. Everything happens for a reason. Okay, so Scorpio, we're excuse me, about to tap into the current dynamic of your twin flame soulmate union. Take what resonates, leave the rest. This won't apply to everyone. Gender, there's no gender in tarot, of course, and feel free to switch roles as necessary if the energy makes more sense that way in your situation. I'm using the Waite deck tonight for this. Okay. Let's take a look. I'm feeling a strange buzzing sensation at the back of my scalp. I'm not sure what that's about, other than to say that sometimes when that happens to me, I am particularly connected. And Scorpio, I've sort of been that way with your other guys' readings as well, I should say. So it's not that there's a bias there, but sometimes I feel a little more connected to or tapped into your guys' energy than some others. Yeah, that's odd. Okay. Moving on though. Sorry, Scorpio. So to start the reading, we have the Ace of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, the Chariot, excuse me, Major Arcana for Cancer energy, the Devil, Major Arcana for Capricorn energy, the Page of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Oh, whoops. The Hanged Man, Pisces energy. The Two of Pentacles, that's Let me just lay all the cards out first. I'm just trying to... Okay. The Fool, Major Arcana, Aquarius energy. I've heard Aries as well. I'll have to look into that more. I pick up more of an Aquarius feel from it, however. Then we have the Three of Wands, Aries energy. And the Nine of Swords, Gemini energy. Scorpio, what did you do to this person? Okay. I'm going to wait to flip over the last two cards until the end because those reflect the short and the long-term outcome, and I kind of like to keep that a surprise till the end, okay? So, here we go, Scorpio. This person is thinking about coming in quickly. They're determined to come in with the Devil and the Ace of Wands. This person, your soulmate or twin flame, Scorpio, is obsessing a little bit about trying to rush in for and restart things. I'm seeing them wanting to come in and perhaps phrase it, or sorry, sometimes I have to look, I'm looking for the right word. They want to come in and have a sexual experience with you. They're lusting after you. They're thinking about you in that way. They're obsessing about, it's like somebody's sitting there watching the news and they're drinking a beer, but all they can think about is how it used to be when you guys used to hook up, and it's like they're trying to restrain themselves from doing that for whatever reason, maybe feeling a little held back, but they are thinking about this a lot. They feel stuck because they feel like they were either given some false information about you, or they found out something and they're trying to figure out if it's true or not. They feel like there's a key to this puzzle of you, Scorpio, that they need to know, that will be kind of like the light bulb going off, or the eureka moment where they have a clear understanding of the situation. I'm not really picking up that this person, Scorpio, necessarily knows right now that you are their soulmate or twin flame, but they definitely have the hots for you, and they're definitely starting to look at things in a different light and gaining more information about you, perhaps through looking at your social media or through hearing things from friends or acquaintances. This person just isn't sure. They're kind of going back and forth over whether, as much as they're craving the sex, whether you've had it with them or not before, Scorpio, as much as they're craving that, they're not, it's almost like they're not sure if it's worth it. Okay, so I'm getting that so far. This person is very anxious and worried about going towards you. They're gonna wait a little bit longer. Scorpio is definitely the vibe I'm picking up. And as strong as this desire is for you, especially with those two major arcanas, as much as they're obsessing about it, there's like one small thing holding them back. A motorcycle's outside my apartment window, so I apologize for the noise there. So this information that they're perhaps waiting on, that's keeping them kind of stuck, I feel like it's something specific. So for instance, they're not just browsing your Facebook page, for instance, to see if there are any photos of you with anyone, to see if you're single, like a general type of information. It's like they're waiting for something specific. It's like, if my friend comes back and tells me that Scorpio slept with my friend, then I'm definitely not going to go toward this because I know my friend has an STD, for instance. That's very specific. It doesn't have to apply. Okay, now, if it is their friend, of course, hopefully their friend would have told them if they hooked up with you. But it's like they heard some kind of rumor or something, and now they're like, but if my friend comes back and tells me that they did not sleep with Scorpio, I'm going to go for it, and nothing is going to stop me. And in the meantime, they're worrying about this. They're even losing some sleep over it, perhaps. They may lie in bed at night and think about you, Scorpio, and do what they do. I'm not going to get into that, but there's an element of like tension and worry to it. Like they really want you, Scorpio. Whether they're going to take action or not, though, depends on this piece of information they're waiting for. And then you're going to hear from this person. If it's the information that they want to hear. And it's possible their desire may be so strong that even if, say, their friend did sleep with Scorpio, or whatever the piece of information may be, even if they don't get the answer that they want, there's a possibility that they may still come towards you. Because, you do have the Fool with that leap of faith in their intentions and actions. But with the Three of Wands and Nine of Swords, I do definitely get the vibe that they are waiting first. And then they'll make their decision. And I think they're leaning more toward going towards you regardless. But this piece of information, if it's not what they want to hear, may stop them in their tracks. Okay. So Scorpio, we're going to look at the short-term outcome of this twin flame soulmate connection. Keep in mind, of course, tarot is for entertainment purposes only. Outcomes are not set, as free will is always at play. We're just going to see what Spirit has to say, and I'm looking at a short-term outcome as the next 2 to 6 weeks. If I said this already, I'm so sorry for the repetition. I've done several of these readings today, and sometimes I forget what I said and what I didn't. Regardless, 2 to 6 weeks, because I'm going to be doing these readings for twin flames and soulmates either every 2 weeks or every month. I'm just going to kind of see how it goes. So they are very draining for me, and so I can't do them every week, of course. Scorpio, for a short-term outcome, we have the Magician. Virgo, Gemini energy. That's promising. This person is thinking about this so much. Well, there's two sides to this. They could either manifest like the outcome that they want, where they hear the right information and they come towards you because they really, really want it. With the Magician there, they're trying to manifest that. However, if this person obsesses about this too much, they may manifest an answer they don't want to hear. Whether it's true or not, that's the downside to the Magician. That's the downside to manifestation. What you focus on is what occurs. And even if you're thinking, no, I don't want that, if you put enough of that negative energy into that, it'll manifest anyway, because like attracts like, and that kind of negative energy can create a negative result. At least that's my belief. Sort of Law of Attraction 101. So I don't mean to preach at you. You're probably familiar with that concept, Scorpio. But that's what I'm seeing there. Now let's take a look at the long-term outcome. We've got the Seven of Cups. Spirit is saying, this isn't a very clear, definitive answer, and I apologize, Scorpio. Spirit is saying to you that regardless of which way this soulmate twin flame connection goes, you're going to have a lot of things to choose from. All of your happiness does not lie in this one cup, or two cups if you want to look at it as a soulmate union. And you're always going to have a choice. So if this person, for instance, if you don't like their attitude, let's use the sleeping with their friend example. If they come to you and say, Scorpio, I just have to tell you, I love you, I gotta dick you down, or whatever the gender situation is, and I'm finally doing it, I want to hook up now that I know you didn't sleep with my friend. Scorpio, you may be like, wow, I feel this connection and I'm glad you like me, but if you are so judgmental that you are going to break up with me, or not date me or not sleep with me because I slept with your friend, then I don't need you. I mean, we all have free will. Even if it's a divinely guided soulmate or twin flame union, you can make other choices. That doesn't mean that this union will not come together. It's just saying that, in the meantime, while this person goes through this process, to not sit around and wait for this person, to realize there are other things that can give you pleasure and joy in the meantime. And in fact, that will raise your vibration, Scorpio, to the point where you'll attract your twin flame even more if it is a twin flame union. If you're sitting around thinking about them all the time and stuff, it repels them in a sense, because they sense that need and they sense that you're not whole and complete without them. And unless you're kind of a twisted person, nobody really wants to go towards somebody who isn't whole and who is unfulfilled and who needs them to be happy. So I'm not trying to preach here. This is just what I'm picking up from this vibe. Scorpio, I hate to leave it on that nebulous of a note, but that's where the energy stands currently. If you liked this reading or it resonated with you, this is a very new channel, and I'm hoping to, get some subscribers, and so, hit the like button, subscribe, share, tap the notification bell so that you'll be made aware of my future uploads. And thank you for your time and attention, Scorpio. I will see you guys again soon.